All right, give y'all an update on the S10 and what my plans are. I purchased the Holley CAN IO, so this will allow me to add 8 inputs and 8 outputs to the system. Also ordered an onboard air system, so we'll be doing compressed air boost control. So we'll be wiring in a dome pressure sensor and everything like that. This MAC valve is going to be for the air shifter, or the Precision Performance air shifter for a power glide. So the Holley will be handling all of that. A couple other things is a coolant pressure sensor, exhaust back pressure sensor, trans temp, trans pressure, and pan back / blow valve sensor. So we can get all that wired in and taken care of. I'm gonna swap my connectors over to a DT style connector. That way I don't have to worry about these cheap connectors I have on the truck now. I've had a couple of issues with wires pulling out. So we're gonna swap all of them over to that. Show y'all the power glide is in the truck and mocked up right now. So power glide's in the truck. Cross member's in the same position it was with the 350, so everything looks good there. Don't have the flex plate on, and the converter is not in. Reason the flex plate is off is you can notice on this back plate of the engine how the bolt holes are recessed. The old back plate for the engine was not recessed, so the transmission was hitting the bell housing. You can see on this one how they're not recessed. So just a heads up, if you're putting a SFI bell housing on, just check the clearance there if you have this style rear cover. Another thing, I added the secondary fuel pump for the truck, so now it's got 2 AM 400s liter per hour fuel pumps. So 10 AN, 2 fuel pumps. They come out at 6 AN, and then up there they Y to an 8 AN, and it's an 8 feed and a 6 return. So I was not having any fuel pressure problems, but I did notice the ethanol content sensor was dropping percentage on hard launches. And so I think that's just due to the it being in return and the fuel being aerated. So maybe with the increased flow of 2 pumps, we won't have that issue. Only other thing really is I got these plugs for my exhaust, so I don't have to worry about water getting in there no more. It's just normal pipe plugs. Yeah, that's about it. Update y'all when I start putting this stuff in and wiring it, and getting the onboard air and the converter in. I ordered the converter from Jegs. It was the XHD converter. So that's the one that Matt Happel from Sloppy Mechanics suggested that I get. That's what I'm gonna try. Jegs, I will give them a shout out. The other converter I had in the last video, they gave me a full refund on it, so I was pretty happy about that. So I went ahead and ordered another converter and a couple other things. I did sell the 350 TX350, so I was able to get that money back. And I believe that's all I got right now. I'm just waiting for parts, waiting for the onboard air, waiting for the shifter, the converter, a coolant overflow, not a coolant overflow, a trans overflow. And yeah, so we'll start wiring this thing up. I got a bunch of sensors coming from Low Dollar Motorsports. I probably got 5 or 6 sensors coming from him. So we'll get all that in, wired up, and get it working. I hope to have it done in the next couple of, maybe a month or so, if I get everything in time. I know a few things are on back order, like the shifter. That thing's like 2 months back ordered. Maybe they can get it to me sooner, but if not, then it is what it is. Still got this shifter here trying to sell, but these are the connectors I use. Just cheap connectors, and the wires pull out of them pretty easy. So I do not like them at all. Yeah, I think that's the one right there. See how it's pulled out? Yeah, that's the one for my trans brake, so that's not good. So we're gonna go with a connector we don't have to worry about, that's proven. So there's like 5 or 6 of them connectors on this truck that'll be changed out. But yeah, pretty happy. Just waiting on parts. When parts get here, we'll start putting them on and wiring stuff up. Yeah, we'll start monitoring a lot more parameters and maybe help us out. I got to rebuild my crossover. It's not going to work with that power glide, and I want it a little bit further away from it, so you can see where it was hitting the 350 there. So I got to rebuild that and a few other things. So that's going to be it. Just a little update of kind of what I'm doing and what I'm buying and what my plans are. I'll update y'all when I start to put all this together and show y'all how it looks and what I'm doing, and show y'all the onboard air system and my shifter and how I'm going to route all these lines for the boost controller and dome sensors and all this. So I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.